This lesson will discuss comparing values. Topics include: what is the importance of comparing values? What is a comparison operator? What is a comparison expression? And what is the difference between double equal and triple equal? Moving to the first code example, the first point to make is that comparing values allows your program to make decisions. This involves what's referred to as a comparison expression, which is typically used inside an if statement. The operators that are typically involved are double equal, which is for equivalence, triple equal, also referred to as identity equal, which checks both value and data type, greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal, and not identity equal. Starting with our first comparison, we have two numeric values, $cost1 and $cost2. On lines 12, 13, and 14, we're using the var_dump command to display the result of very simple comparison expressions. There are three expressions. The first one tests to see, is cost1 less than cost2? The second one checks to see if they're equal. The third one checks to see if it's greater than. Moving to lines 18 and 19, in this case, we're comparing strings. The operation of comparing strings is slightly different from numeric values. What PHP needs to do is to evaluate the strings one character at a time until it finds a character that's different. In this case, we have the Great Escape as title 1, the Great Gatsby as title 2. The first character that's different will be the capital E in Escape or the capital G in Gatsby. On lines 23 through 25, we use the var_dump command to test various comparison expressions, checking to see if title 1 is less than title 2, equal to, or greater than. Moving now to the browser, let's have a look at the result. So as you can see, we have three expressions that are being tested. The third one came back as true. The first two are false. Looking at the two titles, as you would expect, title 1 is considered less than title 2. It returns a Boolean true, the other Boolean false. Bear in mind that this technique, comparing strings, is very useful when arranging titles, for example, in alphabetical order, or determining if the user input is less than some other value that you need to compare. Moving now to the second code example, we're going to look at comparing two values that are the same in value, but where they are different in data type. On line 5, value 1 will come back as float. Value 2 will come back as int, or integer. On line 10, we're using the equal to determine are the two values equal. We would expect that this would be true. On line 11, we're testing to see are they identity equal. This means are they equal in value and data type. In this case, we would expect the return value will be false because although the two values are the same, the data types are not. Another point of interest is that comparison expressions can be complex. This is facilitated by using parentheses in combination with and, which is represented by two ampersand signs, or a logical or, which is represented by two pipe symbols, like so. We now have three variables, cost, quantity on hand, and status. On line 26, we're testing a complex expression. Is the cost less than 100 and the quantity on hand greater than 1? And this, of course, will come back as true. The second expression is testing is the quantity on hand less than or equal to 0, or is the status equal to order? As we know, because it's a logical or, if either one of these subconditions is true, then the final result will be true. If both of them are false, the final result will be false. Moving now to the browser, let's look at the second code example. So as you can see, in the first case, the two numbers come back as true in value, but false in identity equivalence. The first complex expression comes back as true. As expected, the second complex expression also is true. In review, what is the importance of comparing values? Comparing values enables your PHP program to make decisions. What is a comparison operator? The comparison operator is a symbol that represents equal, greater than, less than, and that sort of thing. What is a comparison expression? A comparison expression is a series of comparison operations, which can be complex, involving parentheses and logical ands and ors, the final result being a value of true or false. What is the difference between double equal and triple equal? Double equal will check to see if the values match. Triple equal, also referred to as identity equal, checks both the value and the data type. This concludes our discussion of comparing values.